Welcome back to Emilee's Paper Caper. It's time for stamp play and stamping Sunday. I'm working on some Valentines. Keep watching and I will show you my completed stamping. Starting off here, we are going to use some Dylusions shimmer spray to create some backgrounds. I've trimmed them to 4 by 5 1/4. I have a heart stencil here ready to go. I have a couple boxes to recycle to try to contain some of the mess that the sprays make. So we'll use both through the stencil and from on top of the stencil. You have to always shake this shimmer spray. There's a little ball in there. Let's give it a try. We will let these dry. I'll get out the card bases and share those with you next. For my card bases, I cut 8 1/2 by 11 sheets at 5 1/2 on the 11-inch side. Then I've folded them in half. This makes a perfect A2 card. My card fronts will fit on there with a 1/8 inch border. Well, these are still drying, but I plan to ink around the outside using this funky fuchsia Dylusions Creative Diary ink. Last week, I stamped with this heart that was sent to me by Susan's Heartstrings. I fussy cut the hearts and colored them in, and then I wanted to fill the inside of the heart with something, and I found this little cherub. There's really no information on the stamp. I thought that it was really cute for decorating the inside of the hearts. And then I had a pretty Happy Valentine's stamp, and I've already put it away, but I stamped those and then used one of my scalloped oval punches to punch them out. And I thought the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment and the heart would go nicely on the front of these cards. For the back of the card, for my signature, I plan to use this stamp. It says lovingly handmade by, and there's a place for me to put my signature. This is a much older stamp. It's been in my stash for some time. It's a Stampendous stamp, and I think it's from 1996, and it's a great stamp for adding signatures to your cards. I think these are pretty well dry now. The nice thing about the shimmer sprays is that shimmer that they leave, and it's quite pretty. I'm going to use direct to paper here to add some color to the borders. because I'm using a white card base, I wanted to make sure that there was some ink around these so that they stand out on that white card. I'll show you, compare one with the inking and one without. I think it just looks a little nicer with the ink around the edges. You could do it either way, but I think it finishes it a bit to have that ink. It's time to assemble the cards. I'll be using my Scotch ATG 714. This is my favorite adhesive runner for scrapbooking and card making. I also use it for junk journaling. These adhesive runners are available on Amazon, and I will find the product link and put it down in the description in case you want to check it out. The adhesive runner itself is a little bit of an investment, but the refills are so affordable, and over the years I've really saved a lot on adhesive by using this. So the investment in the tape runner itself, honestly, when you consider how much you'll save using it over the years, it's really not very expensive at all, but that's my opinion. Everybody has different preferences with adhesive. This happens to be mine for adhering paper like this. I like my cards to each be a little bit different, so we'll probably experiment with some different placements of the heart and Happy Valentine's Day. If you keep watching to the end, I will show you all the variations that we end up with. Each one is a little bit different. No two are alike, and that's a lot of fun. We need to add our signature stamps now. Let me know if you have any questions about what I've done here. I love to hear from you, and I always try to reply to all comments and questions. Keep on scrapping, stamping, and paper crafting. I have not put a sentiment on the inside yet. I will probably get out some letter stamps and stamp in XOXO. I do have some sentiment stamps that are about Valentine's Day, and I may go in and add those later.